Welcome to the class. My name is Mark Brierley and welcome to Shinshu University. I have 3 rules for my classes. Usually we teach in a classroom. Some of these rules may apply less if we're not in the classroom. But rule number 1 is use English. This is an English lesson and I guess you're here to improve your English. Now, I can't promise that your English will get better, but if you use English, there's a higher chance that your English will get better. I can promise that if you don't use English, your English will not get better. So I'd like you to use English. I'd like you to listen to English, read English. I'd like you to write in English if you're taking notes, if you're doing assignments, and hopefully there'll be some chance for you to speak English. And I'd like you to think in English. When you're looking on the internet, sometimes up here it says, do you want to translate into Japanese? Just say no. Use English. The second rule is no erasers. That if you're using a computer, you get mess all over the keyboard, so don't use erasers. And the next rule is if you don't know, ask. Now, I don't know what you don't know. So if you have a problem, if you have a question, please send me a message, send me an email and ask, and I will help you. So to start with, I have some questions. Here are some of my questions. I'd like to write the answers, please. Just make some notes. Maybe you can use, maybe you have paper. You write notes on the paper. Maybe you have on your computer, you may have a text editor or a notebook. But please just make a note of the answers to the questions. The first question then is, how many books have you read in English? Next question, do you like reading? The next question, what kind of books do you like reading? Or if you don't like reading, what kind of books do you least not like reading? And the next question, also about reading. What is extensive reading? Next question, why are you here? Why are you taking this English class? The next question, what is your major? What do you study? What are you studying here at university? And the next question, I'd like you to write about yourself. Now, before you start writing, I'd like you to do what I call free writing. Free writing is a kind of writing. When you write, there are different things that are important. There are different kinds of writing. Some things are important for some kinds of writing and not so important for other kinds of writing. So when you're writing, sometimes spelling is sometimes important. Ideas are important. Sometimes paragraphs are important. Sometimes details are important. Sometimes punctuation is important. So periods, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, quotation marks, dash, long dash, very long dash. This is all punctuation. Sometimes this is important, sometimes not so important. Sometimes erasers are important, sometimes writing a lot, sometimes grammar, sometimes writing quickly, sentences, mistakes, questions, and the truth. Some of these are important sometimes when we're writing. When we're writing some things, they're important. How about free writing? Which of these do you think is important for free writing? Is spelling important? Are ideas important? What about paragraphs, details, punctuation, erasers, writing a lot, grammar, writing quickly, sentences? Are mistakes important? Are questions important? Is the truth important? You're about to do some free writing. I want you to do some free writing, writing about yourself. Which of these do you think is important? So, spelling is not important if you're free writing. If you're doing a spelling test, free writing is very important. If you're doing a spelling test, spelling is really important, not free writing. Ideas are very important. Paragraphs, not so important. Details, free writing, don't worry about details. Punctuation, free writing, not so important. Erasers, writing a lot. Writing a lot is now ideas are important, and having lots of ideas is important. And if you want to have lots of ideas, you should write a lot. If you do write a lot, you will write more ideas. If you don't write a lot, you won't. Grammar is not so important. Don't worry so much about grammar. Writing quickly. Now, ideas are important. We want a lot of ideas, so we need to write a lot. And if we are going to write a lot, we need to write quickly. Sentences, don't worry about sentences. Mistakes. Now, if you're writing a lot and you're writing quickly and you're not worrying about spelling or grammar, then you will make many mistakes. So don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes, when you're free writing, mistakes are not important. Questions are, sometimes it's a good idea to write questions. Now, you're going to be writing about yourself, so probably you don't have many questions. Finally, the truth. If you're writing about yourself, the truth is not important. So these things are important. Ideas are important. Writing a lot is important. And writing quickly is important. Now, I'd like to write about yourself. I'd like you to go back to eAlps. Please write quickly. You'll have around 5 minutes to write. Please write a lot. Write as much as you can. And don't worry about mistakes. And then I'll see you back here after you finish writing.